Orion were pretending to be reporters so that we could go interview all the mayor candidates.
Yeah.
Um, we interviewed the clergy guy who was really shady. Um,
Well, he was trustworthy.
we were there for like I don't remember how long he made us wait, but it was a really long ass time where we were just waiting in a room. And then the guy basically kind of was like, I should lead because I am the church and the church is good. By good, I mean we're superior, basically. It's for kind of how I remember him. Um,
Yeah, but one
but
of
I
these.
remember there were some shady things going on in the church. I don't really remember specifically what we saw or came across while we were there, to be completely honest. Um, but I remember Valora noticing something about the people coming in and out, and I remember them basically stonewalling us most of the time we were there. We also interviewed. I don't remember what her position is in the city. Is she like a hunting guild master or something?
Head of the hunting guild.
Head of the hunting guild. She was the other one we interviewed. She was chiller. She really didn't like the third person we're gonna go interview that we haven't yet,
Yeah, because he
if I
was all
recall
about
correctly.
um, not party,
Tourist.
touristy things. Yeah.
Yeah, like they weren't really about she's like trying to better the city, I guess, and then he's trying to make it more like capitalism touristy, I guess,
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
something like that.
Villain Naval Block is the head of the entertainment district,
that's it.
while Maple Twilight Balm is the head of the hunting guild.
Right. Which is the one we haven't talked to yet.
Yeah, you've not spoken to Naval Block yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um but I think that was kind of like the extent of our interviewing. I don't really remember entirely what everyone else is doing, so they can kind of elaborate on that.
So, Buddy and Juris, we went to first the Temple of Osperm and then the Temple of Bahamut to talk to them about general vibes of like the city's well-being. Um, we poked a little bit more information to see if we could um, get a motive for the Temple of go on brain Arathis, their leadership, and we got general bad vibes about the leadership of the Temple of Arathis from the clerics of both Osperm and Bahamut. Um, what else? We asked about the messenger in Juris's dream. Uh, Mostly confirmed to just be a direct messenger from Salune, which is yeah about right. Um, mhm. Yes, there was a weird lanky fellow who turned up at the Temple of Osperm, asking the priests if the mayor had enemies or had any sins. Um,
Just a totally normal thing to ask.
Totally normal thing. Does your leader have any sins or enemies? Not great. Um, Dude seemed to just stick out and smell a little bit like raw meat. Um, Not a good sign. Da, da, da. Yes, there's been something going on that is involving the Nine Hells in a larger scale, not just in Moonstable Coast, but beyond. And that's what the other temples seem to be more concerned about. Um, so much so that it's weird that the Temple of Arathis isn't. They're more concerned about the mayor's death than anything else. I mean, inquired at the Temple of Bahamut. There's been a shift in Pandemonium. That's one of the things that's been going on in the Outer Realms. Go down and have a look at the other things. Let's look at the Theo. Here we are. We met a really chill kobold. He was cool. I wish I'd gotten his name because I've forgotten it.
Precise, Abby. It was a something's happened to shift the power balance of power in this.
In Dis specifically, yes, that's it. Yes, which we are concerned about, considering that the party that the mayor belonged to, their leader had an enemy, were like mortal enemies with Dis. Night of Rage. We've said if they need any help regarding the demon cults to let us know. We've basically told the clerics where to find us. Am I missing anything?
Your side of things, only maybe some lore stuff about cosmology, which is linked to the Discord anyway.
Yeah. So that was Jurissa and Buddy.
Which will then take us to Theo and Logan, one of which is not here at the moment.
Buddy was away from keyboard during some of the last bit.
No worries.
It's all good. So you...
Take your time.
Yeah.
Do 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 dee do. Do 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 dee do. Where have you been?
God damn it, now I need to listen to that.
Oh no. What a shame. It's a really good song, to be fair.
Did you say?
It's a really good song,
Yeah,
to
it is.
be fair.
All that time working with Gallo and listening to that song. It is basically just always in the background of my mind somewhere.
That's honestly fair. It's very chill, laid back. Good vibes.
Logan and Theo reinvestigated the room with the magic lantern. We found the summoning circle, and the blood lit up a different colour. There were claw marks scraped up from the ceiling and scrawled message written by finger, covered in vomit. The message read, The lamb lied. This is not salvation. This pain. Calibri, run. When you return, run. The claw marks were clean to try and hide them. Logan thinks the message and summoning circle were covered in blood. Found the trail of blood going to the windowsill. Blade out handle prints. It seemed to be a weird humanoid. Copied magical circle for more magically minded people to examine later. Other writing on the wall. The bray is sounded. Itchy scratchy times 3. The hunt shall come, and the lambs are called. The swine is sweet, and the meat tasty. Logan examined the circle, determines it's to help someone be possessed by a rock. Found blood splatter on the ground floor of the hotel, heading out of town. That's it for the duo. I'm amused, by the way, that the one I nominated for doing the recap is the only person who did not take part in the recap.
Well, they also didn't take part in the last session.
Yeah, there were extenuating circumstances.
I was so reading. I'm sorry. You should be. How much time do you need, Jade? Forgetting this. Again, it says the whole city might end up being a big summoning circle at one point via FMA Brotherhood.
I can see it.
So we're doing Full Metal Alchemist.
Now, Jay, do you really think I would do that twice?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes.
I mean, you'd be correct. I wouldn't tell you that again.
Maybe.
I'm not saying I'm doing it this time.
I see, it's the classic triple bluff. Yeah, exactly. An important distinction.
if I give an answer one way or another, it'll change how you guys act throughout the rest of the arc.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing about running a mystery game, you have to be a little more
Yeah.
clutchy.
This is all standard protocol.
Yep. Alright then, ski ya! You are the last and only group because you weren't here. You were investigating the basement of the bar. I think you were making sure it was,
There's nothing going on in the weird culty areas.
yes. You brought the corkboard down into the basement. Don't mind me, patrons.
Hotbox, yeah, that's right. We can change it from summon devil to summon demon. That's what we can change straight away.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll check out the basement, see if anything's changed.
Okay then. Would you give me a perception, investigation, and religion checks?
All three.
All
Lucky
three.
me. Hold on. Impersonate.
You are covering several hours of work right now, so
Investigation, perception, and what?
religion.
Religion.
Don't please roll the 3. Oh, damn it! You
I
ruined
mean-
it!
I mean, yeah, a 1, a 2, and then a 14. It's not great, but what can you do?
As you're down here investigating, you suddenly start to realize that you are not really sure what exactly you would be looking for if anything's been changed or disturbed down here. And you don't really notice anything. After your fourth pass over in the place where you fought the giant shadow bear, you've come to the conclusion that you have not noticed anything different since you were last here, besides the various stuff that the crow said he had done.
Fair enough.
And you have returned to the Hornet.
Yay.
Roll a 1 and a 2. There's not much I can give you.
Nope, that is fair. I guess I'll just wait for the others to turn back up and then we can share whatever they found, which she is not aware of at the moment.
Yep. Boy, are you going to have news when they all get back.
I know, right?
Okay, who wants to go next? That was a very easy one, Jay. Thank you for that.
Sorry, the other big
What?
temples. It's Bahamut, it's Osp, and then it's the little shrines, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I believe you already went to those
Yeah.
last session.
Okay. It's okay. Theo, my great assistant, who is actually Orion.
No.
We should go to that other place.
Let's go.
wait.
What?
I need a hay of a piece of cake. There we go. That's my Southern Belle phrase. Anyway, let's We're going to what's this
Alright,
place
just
again?
looks very confused about what just happened.
Well,
She
little did you
user
know that
activation.
Valora's been putting on a voice this entire time, actually.
Fair enough.
And
Yeah, she needed the user activation phrase.
my activation. Can you
Right.
remind me, and as I'm asking Orion, I kind of mean God, what is the place we are going to next?
There's a headquarters in the entertainment district for Marble.
Okay.
There's a casino.
Casino.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Orion, when we're done interviewing, do you want to do a little gambling after?
Genuinely thought you were gonna be like, when we're done gambling, shall we interview this guy?
I did almost say gamble first.
I've never been to a casino. Sounds fun.
Oh no!
Yeah, no.
You've never been to a casino? Well then, my friend. I mean, our bar has, like, things upstairs, though.
Well, does that count?
Well, I suppose it's not really a true casino. Well, you'll see what I mean when we get there.
Okay.
Aw, dang it.
Alright, well, we go there.
Yep.
Assuming
Yeah,
it's
no.
not hard for us to get to.
No, the entertainment district is actually surprisingly easy to get about.
Okay.
And a lot of the buildings around here are very distinct. You have returned to bad influences. But you're behind the casino. And you make your way inside. There's a lot of noise coming from the main game areas.
You think they sell chef stools in here?
Shut up.
Well, I'm sure we can ask someone. I approach one of the.
So the person we're looking for is Marble. No, what the fuck is they're called? They're called.
The corkboard of names.
Oh, yeah, the corkboard.
Relaine Marble Block.
Yeah, Relaine
Novel.
Renee Marbleblock, who's a gnome.
There's a gnome.
Alright, oh, and we have notes on all the people. Look at that. Oh, right, the head cleric matched the description of the potential killer. Right.
Yep.
Noted.
Again, not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Alright.
Me, it's not them.
It's weird that it was still
Excuse
covered in
me,
blood.
but... Excuse me, I'm Madison Scott from the Daily with my assistant here, Theo, and we were hoping to talk to Relaine Marbleblock about some things for the paper.
Miss Scott. Interesting. I shall see if Marble Block has a spot free for an interview right now. It does look like she has an appointment at the restaurant. Tell me, what questions do you plan on asking?
Well, we are doing an article on those who are in the upcoming election and just trying to give the people a bit more insight and a personal look at our different candidates so that they can get their positions out there for the public.
I see. And your paper is very well read, is it?
Well, of course. You haven't heard of the Daily?
Give me a deception.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we're gonna have to open up the Wild Hornet as a newspaper as well. Got it.
So this is like it's a bad idea?
The Daily Wild Wild Hornet.
Yeah.
The Wild
The
Hornet.
Daily Bee.
No, we're not a bee. We have to get the bee was the demon summoning ritual.
Wait. The Daily
The
Buzz.
Daily Wasp.
I got a 14 for what it's worth.
Can I assist in some way?
Do a dance.
Well, no, I'm pretending to be a very responsible.
I mean, you
note-taker.
could contribute to the validity by saying something.
Yes. Add to the lie. Role play.
No, hang on. Okay, I got it. Yes, we've already interviewed today the other two mayor candidates, Head Cleric Franklin and Miss Maple Toilet Bomb. It's they've both provided, well, one more than the other, quite interesting view on what their mayoral promises will be for the people. Will be interesting to see what Mr. Marble, Miss Marblebach will promise, I guess.
Katie,
Yeah.
you may re-roll your deception check, as you actually had advantage on it thanks to Lilith.
Okay. I will keep it in mind. Let's see if it helped.
It
didn't
didn't.
improve it. But that's okay. I mean, a 14's not bad, guys. Like, we're so used to our high numbers. Come on.
I mean, look, if
Yeah.
you don't have a modifier of 30, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're right. I failed anyway, so it wasn't actually good enough.
Quite interesting you claim that you have a lot of readers when I am quite familiar with majority of the papers and I have never heard of the Daily.
All right. We're up and coming, I'll admit. Not as widespread as I'd like. But I will say, I have already talked to the other two mayor candidates, and, I mean, if Relaine doesn't want to have their voice heard among them for the leadership I do have. It's their prerogative if they don't want to be included, but I thought it would be more appropriate if everyone got their words in.
Whilst there is wisdom to what you are currently saying, how do I not know that I'm just setting her up to be embarrassed? After
Well-
all, Maple Twilight Blom is quite outspoken of how much she despises
Well,
Precisely.
employer.
Precisely. We
Well-
have her testimony about that exact thing right here in my notes. I hold up my notebook. We met
And
with her.
to be
and
fair,
she was
to be
quite,
fair, sir, you're in a. Sorry, go ahead.
She was quite outspoken, as you say, about the entertainment district. There'll be more people hearing her story than yours if you don't contribute.
All right. Tell me the questions you'll ask, and I will see if they are worth her time.
Sir, I understand that you're doing a screening because you want to make sure you're doing what's best for your boss. But can I just say, we are in a gambling establishment. And to truly live up to the spirit of the area, you have to understand that there is some level of risk with every interaction involved. But without a little risk, you don't really advance in this town. I promise you that the same questions we are asking are what we asked all the other candidates, but it is something that we want to do with the candidate.
Give me a perception this time.
Persuasion?
Perception. I definitely have
With
perception.
advantage because you already have had help.
Do you mean perception or persuasion, Sam?
Persuasion.
Oh, you mean
I've had
persuasion?
persuasion.
Okay.
You're not looking about. I'm dumb.
You're not the
26.
Okay then.
Look, when I try to use facts, it doesn't work. But when I just try to sweet talk people, it does, apparently.
Makes sense.
Surprisingly, you're not that good a liar.
Yeah, actually, I don't think... Do I have training in deception? I don't think I do. I think I just have raw charisma for that.
And bar training.
Yeah, like obviously it's not bad by any means. I just mean I don't think I have proficiency in it.
It's against my better judgment, but I will see if we can get you arranged to join the madam at her during her dinner when after she's finished her current interview that she's currently doing.
Well, I mighty appreciate that.
If I may ask,
you'll excuse
just, oh, sorry.
And they depart.
Well, I look about. What does this casino look like?
Very grand.
Yeah. Okay.
You see slot machines off to the side. You see giant statues of people in armor just posing about the decorated places with water fountains. You can hear what sounds like a magician's show happening on a stage down the way, and also across your hearing, you can also make out the distant sound of what sounds like some sort of musical theater happening on another stage at the other side of the place. And that's just what you're noticing straight up. You also notice Goliath going about directing people here and there, and as well as posing with people who are turning up. Giant fur-suited mascots.
Isn't this place wonderful?
It's something. So what's the deal with those? I pointed to
With
mascots.
those?
And
What? Go ahead, Sam.
And somehow above all hears
Well, the mascots are there to, make sure the guests are entertained, and they also provide a means for them to have people who you don't see them visually walking around in the vicinity. They usually entertain us, but I could see the odd security guard hiding among the people that way too.
Right.
Place has a lot of money coming and going, so you need to have a lot of people here to monitor it.
Okay.
See, the main game room is about 4 floors to your right, and it's about 3 times the floor space of the Hornet
So we've been
on
to
each floor.
The big temple and the guild hall. How full does this place look?
Quite, actually. It's at the present, you think that it's about 75% capacity on the floor you're on. You can't tell the
Is
other
this like-
floors.
Is it like a rough and tumble crowd? Is it like a variety of like residential people versus like how like chill is this casino, or is this like a shady place?
It is not. It is very much not a shady place. It's very It's got a lot of excited atmosphere going on with maybe some locals, but also a lot of people from out of town.
It's like vacationers.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here on holiday.
Understood.
But you can make out a couple of familiar faces here or there, but it's very, very, very full.
Well, I mean, tourism is up with this place. Honestly, Orion, if you just want to take Jerissa here for dinner and a show, you can have a good time. But gambling's always a fun time too.
Okay. How do you do?
Well, you can. There's usually tables with some kind of card games playing, or dice, or probably a variety of other chance-based games that I'm not thinking of at the moment. Um, they're usually kind of rigged in the favor of the house, though. So just know the going in that if you're gonna be gambling, there's a fair chance you're gonna lose that money. So don't be gambling away your life
Okay.
unless you feel really, really lucky. Queen's blood. Other than like the most basic casino stuff, is there anything like a particular interest gambling wise, Sam?
uh,
Was it just like cards, dice, maybe roulettes or something?
there's all of that.
Yeah.
They're all on different floors, all scattered all over the place. There are also there seems to be a warded off area where there's sort of like semi-soundproof, which you think people are listening to a radio for races.
Betting.
But no, there's a whole host of different card games and roulettes. Your usuals, your poker, your baccarat, and another game called Cups.
Don't do that.
Cups. Yes. I basically just kind of like while we're waiting, kind of like point out different games and explain them to Orion.
Have you gambled a lot?
Well, I mean, I was on the road a lot with my dad, and these are the kind of venues or the kind of places that he'd play at. I wasn't really supposed to, but like a teenage elf looks about the same as an adult person, so they don't really rightly care.
Hmm. Alright. Well, did she say we're joining them for dinner?
Well, they said they were finishing up an interview with another person, and then once that was done, they were going to call us up. Um, actually, do you see anyone around here that might be working for? I think your eyes are better than mine, but
Working for what?
Give me a perception check.
Working for the casino?
well, because we know there's another agency interviewing them right now. So I
Oh,
was just wondering if maybe like
someone else that looks like
a reporter or like
reporter.
works for a reporter, I guess would be more accurate.
If I think.
Not that you can see. It's exceptionally crowded in here.
Hmm.
Though, can you guys give me a wisdom saving throw?
Okay.
Probably not. My wisdom's awful, but
She
never
says that
mind.
she
I got a
gets
21.
9.
So gambling.
That's a gambling.
Valora, you were able to resist the temptation to get involved, but Orion, you seem to have found yourself getting somewhat pulled into a game of let's go with
Because I'm Madison Scott right now.
Caribbean Stud.
What the fuck is that?
Well, canon to the universe, there is now the Caribbean.
Well, yeah, we call it Portobello.
Oh, great. Portobello just gets smushed into the Moonstable world.
Anyway.
do you think the pirates come from? Ba-da-dum-bum, 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 ba-da-dum.
What the fuck am I looking at? So it's like poker, but not.
Yeah, it's a 3-card poker game. We're not actually going to be playing. We're not actually going to be playing here. We're just
I know,
going
but
to
I've
do
never
some
heard of
rollies.
this, and I'm looking at it, and I
It'd be
hate
really,
it.
no, like it'd be really funny. We're just like, okay, and let's open up Tabletop Simulator, and now we're playing poker.
Alright, so what am I doing?
Let's see.
I'm just gonna give everyone at the table a big, kind smile and say, it's my first time.
No, you don't.
Okay. Lilith, I would like you to set your wager. The minimum buy-in is 5 gold.
Okay. I don't know what that means in character, but I see people playing with these colorful chips that don't even look like money, so I don't have monetary value associated with them. So I can just spend as many of those as I want. So...
I just remind you, I'm a barbarian. I have anger issues.
But if they tell me that the whatever starting one is 5 gold, then Ryan will put in 5 gold.
Alright, your gold is taken away and is replaced with a collection of chips.
He eats the chip.
Ooh. I do keep Danny close to me, and he does kind of try to make a mini horde with the chips.
Yeah, I'll remind you, I'm a fighter, not a wizard, so I don't have intelligence, and I don't know what card counting is. Is that admissible in the court of law?
You're okay. Can you roll me? How does this thing work? Okay. Abby, I might need help understanding what this person has written.
Okay. Send it me and I'll give it a read. What we got? Where we got here?
Here you go.
Very nice. How to play. 2 players play the game, offensive and defensive. The player who initiates first hand is on defensive. And the position rotates. The original wager has been... Okay, so the original wager is 5 gold.
Yes.
It has the potential to be doubled or quadrupled, depending on the action of both players. Players may fold and forfeit any money wagered if they do not wish to match their opponent's increase. Both players roll 3d6 out of sight of their competitor. So that would... I've got some dice somewhere, love.
We'll get another map tools up.
Yeah, or somebody can use the rolling in Discord, and then I'll keep us legit over here.
Okay.
Just,
Who wants to be the opponent?
I mean, you're playing against. You're up, Sam.
All right.
It's you, yeah.
All right, I'm up.
Will I bring up a dice roller?
Yeah, I might just bring up a dice roller.
I can organise my stuff.
Actually, that makes more sense for me to do as well.
Yeah. So, both players roll 3d6 out of sight. The offense elects to double the wager or pass. Okay. Then the defense offers to double the wager or pass. Then they reveal their hands with a 3, with the highest ranked. The highest ranked 3 dice hand winning.
Okay, I'm going to assume that
Okay,
there's
so yeah, there's 3 of a kind, there's a straight, there's a pair, and there's highest dice. Okay, okay.
there is 2 other people at this table, though, and the house.
Okay,
Just as you know.
so that's fine. This is a 2-player game.
Whoops.
It's fine. We can just say that it's like overall kind of thing. It's all good.
Yeah, that works. That works.
Just make sure the dice are separate. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's 3 separate dice, not 3d6 added together.
Sure.
Okay, Lilith has rolled.
I have rolled.
Offense. That will be you, love.
Okay, what is it?
Do you want to double the wager or do you want to pass? Let me see your cards again. Your dice again.
Is my... Am I saying... So I'm trying to get...
You can double the wager by
Yeah.
putting in 5 more gold,
more gold,
or you can pass.
Which means that the wager stays at the same.
That's pretty good.
And if I double the wager, you either have to match
Yeah.
or fold, and then
Alright, I'll
thus
just
fold
say...
the rounds.
So, do I get more chips?
If you want to increase your wager, you may do so.
Okay.
Okay, so you double the wager, which is now a 15 gold pot.
Yep.
Defense, aka the other players, but we'll just limit it to the house.
Yeah, we would just limit to the house right now. So this would be...
Double the wager or pass.
They will pass.
Okay. Players now reveal their hands with the highest ranked hand winning. So if you want to type into the chat your dice and make a note if you have 3 of a kind, a straight, a pair, or the highest dice.
What?
Okay, so that is for you, Sam. Your hand is you have 1 high die.
Yep.
Lilith has 2, 3, 4, which is a straight. Lilith wins.
Yep,
Yeah,
they'll
that's
won
how
this
that
round.
works.
Right. So
that's-
you've just won 15 gold.
Yep. So you spent 5, got 15 back.
So I gain 10.
You gain 10, yes.
overall, yes.
Okay. And look at the chips.
Let's go gambling.
That's a lot of chips.
Would you like to answer?
Sure.
Okay.
What is what is Laura doing?
Yeah, what people are doing that during this?
She's a little slots.
Yeah, you never stop gambling when you're on a hot streak.
99% of players stop before they make it big.
Katie
You
doing?
right, love?
God.
What is Valora doing during this?
Okay.
Because Ryan's keep gambling if you let him.
Ryan's gambling. I mean, it's your first time. I'm not gonna stop you right now. I should, but I'm not. Let's see. It's like what time?
About 4 in the afternoon.
Okay. Flora is strangely going to be responsible and not drink until after she does the interview. Even though
You get cocktails.
I guess I'll just I don't know what if the guy had like a be here when whatever, but I guess until I think something's gonna happen. It seems like I'm ignoring the casino part, so I guess I'll just go investigate what's showing in the shows area. It's kind of getting a vibe of the place.
Alright, well, one of the show areas is the Magician's Act, which I already said.
Yeah.
That's stage A. On stage B, is currently a theatric, musical theatric production of the hit show, which I do not have a name of right now, so give me a moment. Doom.
Pirate Ninja Clan.
Dude.
I said Doom. It's musical theater of clerics going into hell to fight demons.
That sounds like a fun thing.
Ah. Well, my father did like to play those songs on occasion when his musical theater stage days.
It's also a very well-known romance involving the main character known as Slayer and a small gnome called Isabel.
I thought you were going to say, and a shotgun.
You were saying the rabbit.
How romantic. Screw 'em. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm glad one of you did.
No, yeah, the song's good.
I know nothing about Doom or any such romance that this is referencing. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, that didn't work.
Yeah.
It's one of the. It's an intimate meme. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The romance is not within Doom, to be clear.
It is,
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. It
Mhm.
is a crossover between Doom and Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Alright. Was that because they came out on the same day or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, I remember that now. Alright.
Stage C has the importance of being frank.
What?
The importance of being frank.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it filled with crooner tunes by any chance?
It might be.
I hope they have a Book of Mormon.
Does it take place in a bar? Where he meets the rest of the cast for the first time?
Very well might. Quite a popular comedy from a decade ago. Not a decade, a century ago.
Awesome. While I'm walking around, is there like I don't think this is gonna be relevant unless we come back here later, but are there like areas that are like highly guarded and like
Yes, the lift at the back.
lift at the back? Okay. Case in the joint from when I rob it, clearly.
Really?
I guess once I do my swoop around, I'll come back and find Orion mid, I don't know, second or third round of whatever they're doing.
Right, I'll put down 50 gold.
You put down 50 gold.
Yes.
Is this when I
Okay.
arrive?
Alright.
Are you winning?
So far.
When I wasn't in the room.
The house doubles.
Okay.
Oof.
Look, everyone's gotta learn one way or another. Also, I think Theo is one of the people who have the most gold in our group anyway.
You ready to show them, Lil?
Yeah.
Are you raising the raise?
Yeah, you have to do. Yeah, that's a good point.
Which Theo?
Boy, I'm really thirsty. Hey, look. Is there any employee serving drinks?
Oh yes. We're a casino. They want you drunk.
Yeah, they really do.
Can I have a drink? Thank you. So that will be
It's now 100 that's been added.
Yeah. So I could double it
So-
to 200 is what you're saying.
You can double
your
it to
part.
200.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. So actually, you would have gotten 20 gold then.
No. What? No. Because it was 5. So.
Yeah, you're right. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, if you want to
Uh,
put in 100 gold.
Or you can quadruple it if you'd rather.
That is quadrupling it.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Whatever.
Yeah, sorry.
Because the initial wage was 50. Yeah.
50, then it goes to 100,
Yeah.
and then you
Well,
have the chance to
I'll,
double
I'll
it
go
again.
for the 100.
So you're going to pass.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Can I just copy this?
Yeah, you,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you... I saw what you rolled. That's the pair. House wins.
Okay. So I lose.
So you put in 50,
Yeah.
you lost 50.
Okay, that's fine.
They effectively just get your 50 gold.
Where's my chips?
Ryan, did you just spend 50 gold at the table?
Let's go again.
I think this is where I'm supposed to be responsible or something, but I'm not your mother, so...
A drink is delivered to the table.
So who's to say if it's good or bad?
What kind of drink is it?
It's a fishbowl.
It's a very, very nice champagne.
Champagne. Also canon to the universe, the region of Champagne.
I like to imagine while this is happening, Logan's looking over a nice assortment of hand crossbows because he needs to get a second one now. And he's like, oh, why do I suddenly feel the need to drink? Like something bad is happening.
Hey, I will put in 50 gold.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, make me a con save.
Valora, give me a perception check.
So you are now drunk.
Sure.
And Katie, you were asked for a perception check.
Me?
You were.
Perception. 17.
So Orion is smiling and drinking. You'd notice that Danny, who is normally a little aloof dragon, seems to be very focused on getting as many chips as he can.
Daddy is focused on getting chips, like hoarding them under him or something.
Well, that and you know there's a connection between Orion and Danny, so it seems like he's taken over the playing.
Fuck you! Oh, money!
Do I know that?
Making your child a gambler worse than making your kid an alcoholic. I think alcoholic is still worse, but it's not much better.
Anyway,
I'm so glad we have separate bank accounts.
I know, right? Pretty sure I have more money than you.
You do! That's what's so annoying!
Not anymore.
Well,
I probably still have.
it has a little bit more
I
than
have plenty of money. Anyway,
I don't entirely know how much of a connection Valora understands between you and Daddy, but I guess what I'll say is she has enough perception to be like ducked down to Daddy and like gives them the closest thing they can to like a scritch to kind of draw their attention.
Unfortunately, money's already on the
the
table.
woman's already on the table for this play. So if we want to go
Yeah.
through with that, Sam.
Alright.
I mean, finish the round. That's fine, but
Yeah.
Okay, so you put down five for the minimum.
50.
15.
50? Okay. Alright, let's see what I roll on my end.
Okay.
Right.
The house will double.
Okay. So I put in 50. For me to do it again would mean
We put in 100.
I would put in 100.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Orion will down his drink and then he will push the chips forward. As I will double again.
Okay.
That is a pot of 200 gold.
The house will double.
No, it's only once.
Oh, it's only once.
Only once. Yeah. So
I'm thinking of real poker.
Fine.
it's fine.
It's fine.
Right now,
I'm thinking of real poker when we can do that.
the pot
That's
has quadrupled.
Yes.
So it's 200 at the moment.
200 gold.
Yes.
Ha!
Okay.
Alright.
I've rolled. Abia has looked over.
I've rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Three of a kind is the best hand.
Yeah. Because
So,
it's 3 dice. So
House
yeah.
wins again.
There you go. So I lose 100.
Oh, dang it!
So you lose 100.
Theo, could I pull you aside from you for a moment?
Yeah. I don't know how intimidating he can be, but then he will growl very loudly as the chips get pulled away before Orion picks him up.
I got a 14 for what it's worth.
What were you intimidating?
Stopping you from gambling.
That was towards Danny, not.
Mm-hmm.
You said I don't know how intimidating you can be. Well, this is how intimidating Floyd.
No. I'm saying how intimidating Danny can be because he's growling at the people taking away the chips.
I see.
But no, yeah. What's up?
So, can I just ask? It's not really my business, but have you won at all today so far?
I won the first one.
How much did you win?
5 gold.
Okay, and how much did you just lose?
150. No,
This last one?
200 total.
100 something?
Have you lost more than that?
In total?
Yeah.
I lost 150 something.
You've lost. Okay. So you won 5 gold, and you lost 150 gold.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
So
very
you've
good at
lost
this game.
145 gold. Am I understanding that correctly?
I think so.
All right. Are you okay with that?
I still have 45 platinum.
So you want to spend it all?
I have more money than you now.
And 10 gold. Well, is there any other games?
Well, yeah. There's plenty
Wow.
of games.
This place, it makes you pay for the first drink. Me and Chris just be like, fuck this place.
Look, they know they are the only place in town, so they're flaunting it.
Well, how about this, Ryan? Why don't we wait for the interview to go off while you still can string sentences together, and then afterwards we can see about gambling at some of the other tables.
Okay, but we should get some food as well. Danny is very grumpy now because of this.
I didn't realize Danny was a gambler.
I don't know if he's a gambler, he just likes shiny things.
But the chips are made of plastic?
Doesn't mean they're not shiny. Listen, they're the closest
Whatever.
consequence he's had in a while.
It's something you can have a collection of, though. I understand, I guess. Do I have? No, I do not. All right. Well, if perhaps we try to be a little cautious because this is a nice establishment, and I don't imagine there's any tomfoolery in terms of the drinks here, especially since they charge an arm and a leg for them. Uh, but perhaps we don't drink too much unattended while we are here.
Okay.
After the interview, maybe we can do another shot or something.
Sounds good.
But right now, I'm Madison Scott, and where the hell is that guy with our interview?
Oh, you left the reception desk to go around.
Okay,
the
we go
game
back.
Yeah, let's go back to the reception desk.
Ah, welcome back. The Miss Martin. Miss Marble Block has agreed to meet you at the Delish. No, sorry. The Serendipity Eats is just upstairs. It is our on-site restaurant.
Alrighty then. Much appreciated.
Food for the meal would be supplied by the kitchen staff. And you, please make yourself at home.
Thank you.
So I'm assuming you go make your way up to the restaurant.
Yeah.
The restaurant has almost a completely different vibe from the very touristy open gambling and gaming rooms. You've both seen the second Matrix movie, yeah?
Yes.
A million years ago.
The restaurant that the French guy had
Okay.
is very much that vibe. Very, very swanky, like 5-star-ish restaurant vibe you get as soon as you enter. You almost anyone else would feel underdressed, but Valora and Orion have so much internal self-confidence that they feel that they belong here. The CEO have his fishing hat on. He does.
It's my
I'm
reporter
assuming.
hat.
Women want me. Fish fear me.
Oh, Miss Scott, darling. Come, sit down, join me and see. Let me get a good look at you.
Oh, Miss Mabel Marble Block, it's such a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, darling.
She'll greet and respond in kind if to any kind of like bougie methods of mwah mwah or whatever.
Alright, I'm confused.
Have you, I hope you've been enjoying your time at my fine establishment.
Oh, I do declare it is one of the nicest casinos I've seen in my lifetime. So many dramatic shows, and my assistant here has been trying gambling for the first time and learning the ups and downs of such a thing, as you do.
Ooh, It's always such a pleasure to bring people into this rancid and wonderful world of gaming that we have so built upon this city.
I'm surprised with such a fine establishment that you run already that you even have time to run for mayor.
Oh, well, I have a lot of experience in running multiple operations at the same time. Why, I hope run this, and I also run the insert hotel name here that I can't, PM can't think of right at the moment. As well as the theme park over that way, as well as the ferry rides to take people out to shore to take a look at the wonderful fish that graze our coastline.
Yeah, like single-handedly upholding the tourism industry in this very city.
What kind of fish?
Well, I am the main moneymaker, that is quite certain. Why, without me, this city would probably have fallen apart by now. As such, the unfortunate passing of the mayor, I feel it is my responsibility to step up, as it were.
Were you familiar with the former mayor? What did
Oh,
you think of him and his policies?
I've had many dealings with our dearly departed Mr. Mauve. He had run the city quite well, I must say. Always willing to give and give and give to the developments of it, entrepreneurship. Why, when I first came here, this place didn't have much going for it because, well, was just a big of a fishing port. But the mayor managed to get me some deals and some land, and I was able to build this into a thriving city of import.
How long ago was that?
Sam's forgetting the timeline right now, but this would have been about 19-ish years ago.
Yeah, over a decade.
A while.
Oh, so his policies were well aligned with helping you establish your own business here in the city.
Oh, absolutely. The mayor was very much about wanting to get more of my sort of folk in here to help develop and bring new life. And he had a great agreement with the visions that we have for bringing entertainment and love and life to every member of society. Why should it only be people with my size of pocketbook that should be able to enjoy themselves after work?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Entertainment for the masses. I agree. Well, you seem so passionate about this. I must admit, when I heard you were on the docket, I didn't initially think you would have the gumption. But what is it that you wish to do if you are indeed to get into the mayoral office?
Oh, expand the operations, of course. Why, there are so much more that we can help and develop. The city limits, we can build out further, add in more housing and further enterprising exports. Why, just last week I had this report here about airship tours that we could set up.
Well, that sounds mighty nice.
As well as also maybe bring in additional entrepreneurs to help fund and develop the city further. Why, there's so many opportunities here. I think we could take the theatre district and make it something. Why, sure, we'll never be able to compete with the likes of Lowbridge from the get-go, but I feel like Moonstable Coast has a right attitude for developing further. We get enough ships in, actors will come from all over.
Well then, can I ask, are you familiar with your fellow running people running in the race as well? Um,
Oh,
the
they're
head
such bores.
such. Do you have? Is there a reason as to why they seem unsuitable to you for this kind of position? Besides the fact of your own ambitions, of course.
It is at this point a exceptionally large chocolate cake is delivered to the table,
Ooh.
as well as 3 glasses of wine that have a wonderful blue hue. And when I say blue, I mean cerulean. It is very
Yeah.
blue.
I
Help
can't say I've
yourself.
ever seen a wine quite that color before.
Oh, help yourself. I import that back from the home country. That's proper gnome wine. That.
So I don't know what this is.
It, you can give me a history or some sort of some sort of knowledge check to see if you've
Okay.
come across gnome wine before or understand what it is.
I was like, if there's anything that I could potentially know in some kind of intelligence-based check, it's wine. But that's let's see, history.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh, sweet. It didn't matter.
That.
I mean, I have a plus 0, so like I have 8.
Give me a second. I was basically rolling to see if you rolled above a 5. That would be the wine that's been delivered. It would be the Laissez d'Or that is made with a special type of berry that is native to the gnome side of the Feywild. It is basically like Fey grapes. It's made with.
Ah.
The particular year is 78B because it's the Feywild.
Mm.
And it drinks quite nicely, especially with. Do you partake of the cake that's been delivered?
Of course.
Okay.
Laura loves sweets.
The,
Yeah.
This chocolate cake is bursting with molten fudge that melts in your tongue alongside flavored gemstone sprinkles that add a zest of salt and spice to the sweet. You have gained 30 temporary hit points and resistance to fire damage for the next 4 hours.
Awesome.
And you gain expertise in one skill that you're proficient in for 4 hours.
I'm gonna just do that in, I guess, persuasion, since that's kind of what we're doing today. So.
Do you eat it as well, Lilith?
I will share mine a slice with Danny. Yeah.
Hope you gain the same benefits.
So can dragons eat chocolate then? It's not like dogs where that's like a bad thing to do.
He's not a dog.
Well, I know he's not a dog, but I don't know the dietary restrictions of dragons and whatnot.
I've never had anything he can't eat.
Fair enough.
Let's get
That's
them
fair.
first.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Marble Block. I got distracted by the lovely cake and wine that you've provided us. But I do believe I was asking you about your fellow running candidates and your thoughts.
Very, very little and low opinion of that Franklin Nordstern. That man is very much, very much of aggressive. He would have us all locked up for frivolity. Have us living out our days and lives under just monotone rules that ban any form of enjoyment.
Why do you think? Oh my god, what's her name?
Oh,
The girl.
Miss Twilight Dawn.
Yes. Why do you think she has such a low opinion of you?
Oh, shortly after I moved to this city, she and I go off on the wrong side of things. Why, we are expanding our operation over this side, and she felt that she had claim over this side of this territory. Sort of ruined apparently some of the hunting grounds that were quite common around here. She also does. She also seems to believe that my ferry routes and my letting the people interact with the fish is hindering the local fishing side of her affairs because they have to go further out to fish. After all, tourists want to see the wildlife.
I
And
can
further,
understand that.
further, she does have a bit of a stick up her arse as well.
Okay.
Her idea of enjoyment can only come from physical exhortation, meaningful works of physical activity. She's very dull, if you get to know her. Very, very dull. Further, her idea of what money should be used for is very different from mine. As you can see, I'm all about enjoying the splendor that it can bring.
Of course. You know, it occurs to me that something that the city really needs is someone who is capable of handling things while we're in a crisis. And from what I understand, there's been a lot of upheaval in town recently with a bunch of, like, activity dealing with beings from other planes. Have you heard any about this?
Oh, darling. Unfortunately, that is one expertise I'm quite limited in. That said, I do have experience with dealings with difficult circumstances. You can understand I have to keep my facilities and all the other districts safe from some of the more unruly folk.
So you know a thing or two about security.
Absolutely. I know how to keep the rats in check.
Well, that's a reassuring prospect.
As
Theo,
for-
can you think of anything else that we need to ask
Well,
Miss?
The other question we were asking the other people was, what was your You've already told about your relation, but what was your reaction with the news of the mayor's passing?
Yes.
Oh, I was devastated. True vision for the future. And was always a delight to be around. I remember reading about his exploits when I was younger. The world's a bit dimmer with one more of Helvetica's crew being gone.
Hmm.
But just a sign that this no new would come eventually. I'm going to outlive so many of the people I grew up with. So many heroes I've read and heard about. They're all going to pass, before I will. So best take advantage of the tools I have to make my own. Please enjoy your wine.
Laura will. Is there anything else? It's been a while since we did this. I used to have like the questions down, and I'm like, I think I covered most of it, but
Take it this long.
Okay.
seemed to be the jackpot, so that's fair. Uh, well
Did you-
then,
Do you do
Sorry,
private
go ahead.
fishing trips?
Fishing trips. Why, yes, I do have a couple of ships that do that. Would you like to be on one, Mr. Theo?
Well, I'm working right now, but maybe someday, yeah.
Well, come down to our section of the docks and we can make the arrangements for that.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
well, Mrs. Marble Black, it's been a delight.
Absolutely.
It perhaps and she's gonna fish something out of her bag. Um, I just figured I would mention because recently I've been in town, and are you familiar with the tempered bee or the Taman bee?
Oh, that we established. Didn't I have an incident a couple weeks back?
Yeah, from what I understand, it's currently undergoing a remodeling, if you will, and it seems like they're rebranding themselves as the Wild Hornet. And I figured I would give you their card because I understand you have beautiful establishments, but perhaps for those who can't afford the beautiful accommodations that you allow, it would be an option for you to recommend them this establishment once it's up and going. Because from what I understand, they're a perfect place for adventurers or people vacationing that need a modest accommodation, and perhaps there could be something arranged between you and them as they're upstart and
Well, Halby. I'm always open to seeing new people to set up shop. Sure, I'll set up some direction to people I find.
well, I'm sure they'll be mighty pleased. Um, but I figured I'd give you a tip since I just think you're such a delight. It was only worth mentioning. Um, but I think that myself and my assistant might partake in your establishment while we're here, and I appreciate you agreeing to this interview.
Absolutely, darling. Absolutely. Uh, Tell me, do you have an address I can send the rest of this bottle to? If you want to finish it, that is.
Well, actually, I do have a regular room sometimes at that said inn when I'm in town, so I'm sure that they could get it to me if you needed to. I travel a lot, you see.
Well, as is to be expected of a reporter, darling. As is to be expected.
But they've been lovely, so I figured I'd pass their name along to you.
I'll help that settle by then. Please enjoy the games downstairs.
And while I'm playing with fire, I'm going to leave.
But you have resistance to fire. You ate the cake.
That's true. This is the time.
Send help.
Fireball! No, I don't know how to do
I was
that.
originally going to be giving her a very fake English accent. I don't know how that turned into Southern as well. I think
because
I
I was
just fed up
talking.
you.
Yeah.
Osmosis.
I know that whenever someone's talking an accent at me, my accents tend to default to what they're saying, so I understand where that came from.
So it's official. The Feywild has Southern drawls.
No wonder my
Apparently.
people's ancestors left. No.
Well, I'll be.
Haughty high elves just feel like we ain't dealing with that shit.
Georgie Willikers, we can't talk like that. We better run.
We better skedaddle.
We had a time we were supposed to meet
I'm
everyone
very
back,
sorry,
right?
Yes, and you're very well past it because of how long it's taken to do all these.
Well,
You've been told to said you're going to go play downstairs for a bit, so you kind of have to now.
I'm sure they know where we are, right? They can find us. We're gonna go try the slots, apparently.
And keep waiting for them to support that could happen in the potential demon cultist tunnels.
So how does this work?
I do have slots rules from my relics stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, you
please
just roll
get me them.
100, and if you roll 100, you win.
Now it is rolling a d20, and it is literally just a luck thing.
Sure.
You have to name a price. That's the price that you put the money in, and you do the slot. I have it set at different things because the different things do. The different places have different levels. Where the fuck are they? Slot machines. Player rolls a d20. If the player rolled a 1 to 7, they lose everything. On the 8 to 12, break even. 13 to 17, double their money. 17 to 19, triple. And then if they roll a nat 20, 10 times.
Feels too generous, but sure.
I could change the numbers if you want.
It's up to you.
It's up
It's
to
Sam
Sam.
even.
You push it into the 8 to 15 break even, and then it's literally just 16, 17, double, 18, 19, triple, 20, maxed. Not 10 times.
Sam?
Or am I rolling it?
No. What's the money?
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
For the slot, it will probably be a silver.
Okay, pretty good. In that case, I think this falls is fine then.
Sure.
The more expensive the slot machine, the less likely you're gonna win.
Alright.
Yeah.
So at base
That's
level, that's fine.
gambling! Oh, dang it.
Break even, you get a silver back. You get 2 silver. Break even. 2 silver.
Break even. Oh, nothing.
Oh
Okay.
no, that one is that's lose everything.
You lost both.
You lost everything.
I lost 2
You've-
silver?
you've
All
lost-
your money, all your platinum's
You've
gone.
lost 2 silver. You've lost 2 silver total. Yeah, you lose
You're
everything.
pickpocketing while you're
They just-
swapping.
They mug you.
Well,
A
that
hand
wasn't
comes
one.
out of the machine.
That's why
and
they
goes
have
into
that many Goliaths, you know.
Let's go
Yeah,
keep
you
playing.
pull the slot machine and it like signs your word of like everything you own.
You got silver. You break even.
Oh god.
You lose everything.
Well, Ryan, how do you feel about your first time in a casino?
Hmm. There's a lot of shiny coins around, but they
Well-
keep getting taken away from me.
That's the gambling part, sweetheart. But like, my daddy always told me that the reason why you hear all the clinging and the clanging is they make you think like you're winning all the time. Even though you're really not. But it's fun while you're doing it. So
So they're lying to us?
that's part of the magic of the place. They make you feel like you're somewhere luxurious and you're a winner and you're here to make big money. But most of the time, it doesn't really work out that way. That said, and I'm gonna put like 5 gold in the machine.
Okay.
When in Rome or a
Okay,
location
Robbie,
that is of
Add
this world,
Rome to the corkboard.
you lose everything.
with everything. And she kind of shrugs. Now, I'll tell you something my daddy told me as well. You decide going in how much money you're gonna spend, and when all that money's gone, you stop. But I wanted you to experience it no holds barred first, and you're fine, right? You're not bankrupt now, are you?
No.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where do they keep the money?
Oh, they got big safes here. I mean, like, if you want to be real silly, you can. There's big money always in these casinos here. But they also got big staff, so.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay.
gonna put another 5 gold in. Okay. The Florida's not having good money day.
Look, I've listened to the parable of Ocean's 11. I know that robbing casinos is cool and good.
Oh
We
god.
should all be doing it.
I mean, look, you've lost 2 times in a row. Surely this means this third time, though, your odds of succeeding are so
99%
much higher.
of gamblers stop before they make it pay.
Look, I won't spend more than 20 gold pieces, so. Does that also lose it all?
Yeah. You have to roll above 8 or higher.
God damn it, Katie.
You need to win money.
I think
This is
your
my
machine's
last one.
broken.
Break
There we
even.
go.
Walk away.
Okay, well, that means I have
Which means
5
you
gold.
didn't
for,
win
like,
money.
Campbell. 5.
Oh, that's very funny.
What happened?
Um,
15.
double your money, so you get 10 gold.
Okay. Okay,
God.
so at the end of the day, I lost. Okay.
So
lost there,
you lost
there,
5,
lost
10,
there.
15,
So I lost
20.
15,
You lost
20. Yeah.
And you gained...
And then I made 10. So
10,
I lost
yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Understood.
Did you lose or did you gain the experience of losing, therefore winning, because you have now experienced more in your life?
Here, I'll give you another way of thinking about it. I have more gold now than before. I have less platinum, but I have more gold.
Yeah.
Oh, when you said it like that.
Alright, so like this is a really, really efficient way of getting gold pieces.
And as I'm sipping my what's left of my drink, I'm like, I think we're supposed to be back at the inn like an hour ago.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
No, you were supposed to be back at the inn an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Maybe she doesn't know. It's like, well, I guess we should probably go back.
Now, I do not want to alert anyone, but it's been 3 hours and they're still not back.
Yep, yep. I've noticed it, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where the hell they would be.
That would be the problem. They are
Yeah.
likely to be in a few locations, but they're most likely to be on their way back. We can look for them, but I think we should wait just a little bit longer.
I'm gonna climb on the roof and keep an eye out. I had a spider climb up onto the roof.
Yeah, I give 50-50 odds. They're either just distracted with something, or they've been memory modified and they're being held someplace and we'll never find them again.
I hate that.
Yes, honestly, I would say that the odds of them being distracted are much higher.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, that's fair. I might be a little bit hopeful there instead.
Hopeful. Oh wait.
What? No, we'll be helpful if something happened to them.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on top of the roof. You guys having a conversation in a building 2 stories down. So, what do you find?
You're on top of the roof. Who are you talking to?
I'm gonna climb.
Why do you want to have this conversation across 20 feet of air?
I've got a -1 in wisdom. I don't think these things through sometimes. I'm back down here.
We'll
now,
just.
I?
All right.
It's very warm.
It's fine. We'll hear them coming. They're not.
Subtle.
Well, I don't usually try to be stealthy. If they want to be stealthy, I'm sure they
I
can.
don't know if they can be.
All right. Well, okay, what was all the things that we specifically learned? I guess, do you all know what a vrock is?
What's demology? Would that be religion?
I think demons are usually arcana,
Yeah, it's the same.
but it's up to.
Samantha.
Yeah, sorry.
What role would be a demology role? Figuring out demons and stuff.
Oh, that's Arcana or religion.
Okay, interchangeable. Got it. Cool. I'll do religion. I'm zealot. 12.
Yeah, I could do Arcana.
A12. And a 15. So, Buddy would recognize that name from probably when he browsed the book beforehand. But rocks are large demons that are a hybrid of humanoid and vulture. That grows out of a humanoid body and erupts into a misshapen beast. Whilst it's in the abyss, by the way, it is actually a giant vulture. So, like, the process of coming over into the prime material plane, it sort of warps it into the proportions it has. They convert pretty things and are not very will turn on each other for cheap jewelry or ornaments. Love treasure and are difficult to bribe. As well, why should they accept any offer you give them when they can just kill you and take it? That's what you know.
Yeah, heard of them. dealing with Vulture Man.
All right. So, when we went and checked on where Calabri's room was, we did find out that there was a courier there. Courier. Trajan? Don't remember how to pronounce it. But it's like Trojan except with an A. We found some disturbing messages, but it seems like a summoning took place there as well, which brought in a demon, which should already tell you how maybe fucked this case is. Because we have both a devil and a demon on separate parts of this. And these camps usually are very separate. Our running hypothesis is that perhaps this other gnome is the one whose body was possessed to summon the rock into this world. We can't be sure of that. We found some disturbing messages, which we have these lovely rubbings of. So, for example, we have the lamb. I mean, you see this is up there from last time. We did this last time. But Logan, we'll just go over those real fast. Also quite worrying, the scope of memory modification we're dealing with is terrifying in its implications. Because at the time, and he looks in his little notebook and goes through this, there were at least 8 people there who had 4 minutes that they could not remember from the night before. Modify memory is, of course, a significant spell. It requires a significant expenditure of energy and talent. So either we're dealing with one very powerful caster, a bunch of still very significant ones, or there could have been some form of ritual way to enable a more enhanced use of the spell over more targets. Let's see, this creature had these claws about this size, going over that. And finally, although we did not find any witnesses that saw a rock-shaped creature, because their silhouettes would be very distinctive, Theo made excellent use of the lantern, and we found, off of that building, an entrance to the tunnel network that could in fact be filled with demon summoning cultists at this time. Which I would have us go maybe investigate right now, except that we're still missing 2 of our party.
Yeah, okay.
They'll get here anytime now, I'm sure.
I'm sure what they're doing is important.
Cuts to them in the slots.
Cha-ching! No.
They've been there 7 hours.
Let's go gambling! Cha-ching! Aw, damn it!
Oh, we are heading back, but
Aw, dang it!
in fact, we'll say,
That's
I
based
guess, go ahead.
I'm just saying that's what I have for my notes from what we found last time, unless Bubs can think of anything else. But I think I hit all the most significant notes.
Very, very important information. We appreciate that. Well done, both of you. Me and Birdie, we were able to uncover that outside of the Temple of Arathis, all the religious organizations in the world are stressing. The leader of Dis has been overturned, which I think is a once in a elven lifetime event. Maybe even more than that. And the fact when we went... we didn't go to Arathis, did we? Arathis, from the clerics' perspectives of the other places, don't seem to be paying any attention to that at all. While both the shrines we visited, but also the temple of Eagle, Osborne, sorry, something different, and the temple of Bahamut are both deeply concerned about that. So that might be something that might tie into the rest of the demon and devilish issues that we've been dealing with. Also, the other temples don't trust the Temple of Arathis at all. And when we went to Osburn, there was a description of a very unhealthily lanky individual who asked if the mayor had enemies. What else did he say? Enemies or... Sorry, second, sir?
Sins.
Hmm.
Great sins.
Sins. That's it, sins. Yeah.
Right. I totally forgot.
So... he turned up a few days before the mayor died asking that? At the Temple of Osburn. The Osburn is ocean. Sailors. That sort of thing. Also, they did say that my visitor in my dream was most likely one of the Celestials connected to my goddess. So yeah, they were able to confirm that. Yeah, that's our situation.
I think the delay between Chris's mic unmuting so that he can speak is just Logan staring at this information.
All right. Well, that's 3/4 of it. Did because I wasn't here for the beginning part. Did Skia discover anything? So a lot of those rolls didn't look very high, so I don't know if he did.
He found shit.
Okay.
It was worth a try.
No, that's perfectly fine. It's one of those that sometimes you don't. Like, we've had it occasionally with everybody. All right. Well, I guess we just have to go back to waiting for them. Like, I would... Because this feels like a time to, like, have a herd drink and feel bad, but we might need to do stuff, and clearly none of us would actually be drinking before possibly going into cultist-infested demon tunnels.
Yeah, no one.
Man, I really assume that on, like, some subconscious level, Valora would have this, like, sense of when to show up that was dramatically appropriate.
Door slams open.
Hey now, she's a rock star. Get your game on, go play.
It's just a no-go.
Sure, we dramatically reveal ourselves around this time.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, you're alive. You're 3 hours late.
Sorry.
We're sorry, but you know how it is. We had to rub shoulders with the, upper crust and get in good with them, and
The
one
priest
thing led to another,
made us
and there
wait
was
for
some
so
gambling.
long.
You gambling?
The priest made us wait for so long. It was so boring there.
But I think that we cracked this case wide open.
Hey, can you inform us while we're on our way to a demon hole?
A demon hole?
Demon hole.
All right,
Yeah,
but
pretty
just so you know, Orion did have something to drink. So did I, really. But like,
And cake.
I don't know how much he drinks normally. So I kind of like look at Jarissa.
No child.
Skia, you're the medical professional. How long until he's sober?
I'm fine. Hello, Skia.
How long? I rolled a 22 to see how drunk he is.
Good for you.
The champagne he
time.
drank that when he was at the card game was really, really strong.
Yeah, how many hours ago was that?
At this point, 2.
The real question is, do I have to pull a lesser restoration on him? Is he that drunk?
I mean, he seems to be normal.
I'm fine.
We don't need to be, inquisitorial about this.
All right, well, I need to go put my accoutrements away, but then I'll be ready to go through some dank dark cave again.
So if it just leads back to the ninja pirate cave, I'm gonna be upset but not surprised. All these caves are a circle.
There is almost no geographic way a tunnel network could be that entirely vast.
You ever heard
Oh,
of
yes, but it
Underdark?
seems like a lot of time and effort went into it, so maybe some divine deity is just trying to get the most work out of it.
I
Who
guess
knows?
the Underdark is like kilometers below us.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean, if it connects to the Underdog, we can't judge that, because that connects to everywhere, really.
Yeah.
when you say demon hole,
It's a hole
Oh
where
my god,
a
save me
demon
from
went to come
juvenile
out.
brats.
It's not a.
so it's a hole with a demon. in
They
it.
found that there was a Vrock, which is a vulture demon human hybrid thing.
Right.
They found a trace that led underground
Sure.
via a demon hole. To be fair, I'm the one who called it a demon hole, so that's on me.
Is that where the head cleric of Arathis is going to be doing all his evil things?
You did say you blew the case wide open, but he admitted it.
Oh, like, remember when people were like poking the guy and he described the killer?
Yeah.
It's the Arathis guy.
Yeah, it looks just like what he said.
Franklin Nordstern did it with a demon.
Devil. And
Sorry,
Demon.
devil.
Devil. So,
Alright.
he's tall for a human, lanky, dark hair, darker eyes, uniformed, armored gauntlets, snub nose, button collar.
Yeah, so all that.
Huh.
Also, he made us wait like 2 hours, which is part of the reason we're so late.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason. So what's the other reason?
Kind of gambling.
No.
Yeah,
we
fair
had
enough.
to go all the way across town to 3 different places.
One of you admitted that you gambled a moment ago.
Well, we did do that too, but we did that because we were trying to be polite to Mrs. Maplebach, who was lovely, by the way, and I gave her our establishment's card so that she could start sending more business here once we're all up and running. So you're welcome.
So, you went under a false impression. I don't know if you did a disguise, but you didn't introduce yourselves as yourselves.
Of course not.
And then you gave her direct contact with where we all work.
Yes.
Work is a strong word for it.
Well,
Look,
she just
let's
said
be
she
real
had a
here.
room
Reporters all use assumed names anyway. All I have to say is that was just my name that I write under.
Yeah, we had a disguise. Name disguise. What's that called?
Yeah. By the way, and I say this if anyone comes calling for a Madison Scott, that's me.
All right. What are you known as, Orion?
Is Theo around?
Theo's BRB right now.
He's T-posing over there.
Okay, is Theo.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. No. Ryan.
What?
He already
I
doesn't
would've
like you very much.
That's why I did it. No, it's not. Listen,
I'm sorry about that one,
Logan?
but he kind of made that name before I could say anything, so.
Logan goes over to the bar and he's like, he doesn't sit down to order a drink, but he's very tempted. Just puts a hand on it.
Who he is?
Drink slides down the drinks just slides down the bar.
No, you're very good at your job. I just needed to almost.
I pick up
fine.
Danny and I just kind of
Fine.
weakly shake him.
Then he's very
Why
grumpy.
didn't you stop him?
Then he's very grumpy.
Oh, buddy, we're about to fight a demon.
Hey, no, I did nothing wrong.
Oh shit, sorry. I was with us and using the names of our allies.
Anyway, let's go to the demon hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I regret that life decision now too.
which life decision?
Yes.
Why are you so grumpy, Grandpa?
He's old.
That doesn't mean that he has to be.
Jesus, how much did you drink?
Not that much.
He's just jealous because we cracked the case open.
Yeah.
God, I hate that I can't
Yeah,
argue with that.
So this is actually what we're going to be calling it.
Yeah, that's fine.
As we set
Yeah,
up for the
it's fine.
demon hole.
Which might not be anything, but it's definitely one of those things where, like, tunnels where cultist activity might be, you want the party there just in case.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Nobody tell Bubbles.
I really want his reaction to you using his name and then giving the address
That was not me.
where he lives. Oh, it's brilliant.
So to be fair, we'll give the address to
The last person.
No names.
Oh, Madison Dawn, isn't it?
There it is.
Yeah.
Look, if we're gonna have a successful inn in the city for tourism, then you know she's the one to help
the
promote us.
competition.
If we get in the way of her becoming mayor,
I mean, but
our
here's the
business
thing:
is
if she becomes the mayor, then she'll want a
Also-
relationship with us anyways. You know,
Also-
like
Also, can you keep calling it a race? They're picked by the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
look, it's fine. Valora just doesn't understand how politics work in this town. Go with that.
Yeah, she's used to the Feywild politics where they actually have to race.
You always think this time the hair has got it figured out, but no, the tortoise keeps winning. It's frankly rigged.
Well, let's see. It's going to be a physical race between a High Priest Cleric, who is a mighty warrior. There he is, all set up after finishing leg day. Yep, he's... Whoa, okay. Over here we have an expert hunter. Oh, wow. She's definitely prepared to run. And here we have...
An archfey with
Oh.
a Jabberwocky.
Let's
Somehow
be
they
fair,
won.
she wouldn't be doing the race. She would be carried on a chair, being carried by a couple of her Goliath workers.
Pretty much, yeah.
Palanquin, that's the word.
Yeah, Palanquin and Palanquin.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop the stream. Bye, stream. Bye.